Okay.
Stealth checks.
We just heard that people are stampeding through the building. Apparently we're gonna check it out.
Right.
I want... Okay, this is a very... I want to use Inspired on this. Nah. Ooh. Okay, it could be worse.
Ugh.
You're in luck. They're probably distracted. So.
Arbok,
Uh-huh.
as the two of you go to investigate, heading up to like a window overlooking the main work area below. It seems like a lot of guards and a lot of people kind of building up in there, as well as a very well-dressed person you recognize from a painting.
Oh.
That is a force down that you could not take on. That's a lot of people. She's got quite a lot of guards down there. City guards as well as clearly their own. It's quite the force down there. You kind of peer down from the balcony towards it. And then suddenly Arbok smells something behind, getting closer.
Dogs?
The smell of dog. Yep.
Arbok just quickly starts taking the meat out of his bag.
As they're growling towards you.
Arbok takes the meat out of his bag and he's going to attempt for wild empathy.
Okay. You'll get a +2 bonus on this.
I'm gonna need it. I'm going to use Inspired on this, because if there's any good time to not get caught, now is the best.
Sure.
Right, okay. Wild empathy is level minus charisma, so I have a +4? It's a +6 in this. I'll take the 25.
I'll take the
take the 25.
Yeah, that's quite the disparity there.
Yeah, that I suggest a 25.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seven, we're going to throw you into the abyss.
The abyss with the 7.
So I didn't even need to use Inspired, but anyway. Better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs kind of look at the meat, just start chewing on it, go quiet, start walking off with a piece of meat. You convince them not to attack you. Congratulations. Have you also
far
convinced them
we've
not to bark?
bribed guards, we've bribed dogs. Who's being bribed next?
Hey, it's not you bribing.
Dragons.
Well, we've also bribed followers of Caden with alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like 3 lots of bribes so far.
Yeah, so the two of you don't get initially caught there, but what do you want to do then as you kind of look down over the area down below being full of guards?
Office or his... Okay, we should go to his office. We get the ledger, and then we can do whatever we want from there on.
I mean, he's out of there, so we might as well go now.
Yeah. And with that force, it seems like he's about to go do something, so right now would be the best time.
Uh-huh.
Okay. As All right. Well, as you proceed then with your plan of action and head up towards the office, great.
Mhm.
You kind of follow your way up the building, past the curving staircases and such. It's not too big. You get up there, you notice the door to the room is open. Just wide open.
Ominous.
Yeah, I'm going to check for traps.
Has Ace beaten you there?
You can check for traps.
So 24 for hidden stuff.
I will attempt to aid. I don't.
Lord.
Yeah,
Just
it's
put a
trying.
couple of ranks in there.
You don't see any traps.
I think it's safe gems.
Take it slow.
Okay. Alright, cool. Slowly peek his head around the door.
You peek your head around the door. Inside, you see what is a masterful bedroom here. Long silken covers, like kind of velvets hanging around, nice carpeted floor, multiple full-length mirrors kind of giving you a view that you can kind of see yourself from many angles. And several Asmodean symbols are out, as well as numerous bottles of wine.
James is gonna go give the bottles of wine a sniff.
They are very high quality Andorran wine.
Andorran. Ah. Arbok, you know what the guy said?
Huh?
He anointed his workers with wine.
Uh-huh.
Shame to put this to waste, James will say as he dumps a bit on his hair.
I mean, are you sure he didn't like the holy stuff with it? I don't think he just threw alcohol over
It's
people.
dogs. They're going to follow anything by scent.
Also, I think we're fine for now.
I know, but still, worth a shot.
I mean, you said there's multiple bottles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we
And
just
James is being quite stingy with his because he doesn't want to put this to waste. It's damn
Okay,
good
well,
alcohol.
pour alcohol over me, and then we'll just shove the rest of the bottles in our bags.
Yeah. All right. Well, where's the ledger?
You search those drawers. I'll search under the bed.
Well,
okay.
kind of looking around this room. There is a number of drawers and such. There's also 2 more doors out of this room. Actually, 3 technically, because one leads to a balcony. It seems. So want to just search the room, or
I'm going to assume
Yeah.
at least one of those doors leads to like an office.
I'll check what's in the other rooms first.
I'll search this room. You check the other rooms.
Yeah, sure.
well, checking one of the rooms, it opens up into basically a room that is basically just a giant hot tub.
Nice.
Though it has a lot of hellish themes to it.
Is this where he summons stuff?
It's a hot tub. No,
I've never seen a hot tub before.
I don't know. Think of a hot spring, but actually controlled.
Okay. Well, I don't think the ledger's in here. Let's find door number 2.
Yeah.
The other door seems to lead to another staircase going up a little bit.
Let's hold off on searching this room. Let's go up.
Didn't we have a personal shrine as well?
That was
That
in
was
the
in
basement.
the basement.
Oh, right. I missed that bit then.
Okay. Well, let's go see his freaking murder attic.
Alright.
Heading up once more, you see a Armok realizes he's not. It's not alone up there. There's another scent emanating from the room. It's a bit of an odd scent, actually. Armok. It's vaguely familiar, but he can't for the life of him figure out why.
Is this good? Can he basically try and head to where it is?
Somewhere in the room, but he can't. I mean, does he want to just open up the door into the room, or?
But actually, James, I smell something familiar in there.
Alright. Take a look through the keyhole. See if you can find anything before we open it up.
Is there a keyhole?
Yes, technically. It doesn't provide that much of a view, though.
I'll try to look for the keyhole, or at least listen in.
I mean, you can listen, certainly.
Yeah, let's listen.
Listening, you hear a very light, soft humming. And you also hear an odd kind of just click, 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 click.
I think that's Ace in there. Someone's humming. Ace hums.
That's true.
Should we go in?
I'm going to put it questioning over the empathic link and see if I can do a hot and cold thing with him. If he's close.
I mean, you don't really know too well.
Yeah, it's not something that goes through the link.
All right. Either it's Ace, we jump in and look like fools, or B, it's someone else. We jump in and then we can jump them.
Okay. Get ready to open the door.
Alright.
Well, first of all, is it locked?
The door is not locked; it's partly ajar.
Oh, okay, right. Arbok just like holds up 3 fingers into then one, then slowly opens the door.
As you into the room, and it's a finely made office of Asmodeus. All around there is a variety of things, including but not limited to a fine oaken desk, a number of paintings, one himself being a depiction of Asmodeus, a number of holy symbols for Asmodeus, which someone has turned inverted, making them into normal stars. There is a number of fine bookshelves. There is a painting that seems to be sitting on the floor right now by the door. There seems to be a chair that goes along with the office, so the chair seems to be backed up against where the painting used to be. And standing on top of that chair, there is well, it's not Ace, but yet you do see something interesting.
Fox and Raptor sitting on their shoulders.
So, firstly, sitting on their shoulder happens to be a raptor, and sitting on the table, just kind of lounging, looking at the papers, is Murph.
Guessing you found the ledger then.
Currently, the person in question seems to be standing on top of a chair, cracking a safe.
James will hand Ace a well, actually, Mort, here, Mort, you're the secretary currently. Have this. He'll hand him a gold bar.
Yep.
What are you handing to Mortitus?
A bar?
As Mortitus doesn't even have that much strength, actually.
Where does it 8
But,
strength?
Sure.
Arbok just looks questioning. Is like, James, who's this?
As Murph kind of looks over. Why else would we be here?
I don't know. Found some kid. Felt like coming along. I don't know. Your taste.
As you see me just humming and just continuing along, not really paying any attention to any of you. Click, 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 click.
Is this in disguise?
He can shapeshift.
And yeah, but like, why would it be just something that's basically already him? Usually it turns into like Harpies or whatever.
Admittedly, this form does look distinctly different from Ace's normal, 16-year-old self. Other than being younger and distinctly a lot smaller, for one. A lot smaller.
Alright.
Yeah, he's more like the size of a gnome.
No.
Alright, so Mirth, is this the ledger?
As Murph is going to reach into the fox-sized satchel they have, and kind of plop open the side of it with their nose, and inside there seems to be a book with a chain-like look on its spine.
Alright, that looks like it'd be it. Alright, there's one.
He got a little bit enthralled by the ideas of shiny. Points at the safe.
That's fine. You did too. Alright, there's one last thing I want to do. I figured something out. The guy who works here, the leader, he does not seem like he is who you think he is. James holds up the painting with a slash through it.
That would explain something we found downstairs. As Luke looks over. Wait, who are you talking to? Oh. It's almost like Luke's and you've noticed anyone was here.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Hello?
Kind of looks back forth. Arbok, James. Points.
Yep.
Doing that. Nods. As he continues cracking the safe, as you hear click, and he opens up the safe. Just kind of swinging along with the safe, holding onto it as it moves open. Being around. As a grin on his face, because there seems to be shinies in there. Example, but not limited to the following shinies. The first shiny that's found in there seems to be a heavy mace.
Ooh.
The heavy mace, however, heavy mace seems to be covered in frost.
Dibs.
Chilly.
James will put that like on his weapon belt.
Dibs.
In addition, there is more, however. Also in there happens to be, well, a fine velvet red cloak.
Dibs.
Oh. Please, fuck up.
Get the dibs everything.
Yes, I can. You can't stop me.
I mean, we don't even tell you these exist.
I can stop you,
I
but I'm
still
not going
call
to.
dibs.
Send a fine velvet.
And mute. No.
No.
I don't care what the next thing that Dark says. I call dibs.
The next thing I serve is death.
Aww.
Yeah, you can have that one.
No, literally, it's death as a servitor. Now you'd be okay with it again.
Yeah.
The third thing in question that happens to be in there. It's an interesting thing.
Dibs.
You cannot keep calling dibs.
I can.
We don't work off of functional dibs. We're a communist society.
Mhm.
Each to one's own needs.
Yeah, but I need all of it.
Ignore if I have a cheese hat. I don't really need.
It's a nice cheese hat.
Ooh.
It's very suitable for
Alright,
you.
fuck you, that's mine. Alright, fuck
Possibly.
you, that's mine. Ari will hold on to it for the rest of her life.
Depends how magical it all is.
That is
Okay.
true.
As
Right.
at least Luke kind of just there is just starts shuffling all of it, but the mace apparently into his bag.
Alright.
While we're doing that, could Arwick just take the pictures and stuff off of the walls?
I mean, you can,
They might be worth something. It's fine art.
I suppose. Do you want to take the one of Asmodeus?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Look, we're in a chillaxing place. People might want that.
I mean, it's still a fine piece of art, admittedly. It is a fine piece of
Look,
art.
You're
Oh,
going to imply
absolutely.
that survives being on our ship for more than
How about
3 minutes between the fact we have James and Ari here.
Hey, you've got pass.
I don't give a shit about Asmodeus. James will basically take the Asmodeus painting and see if he could peel it off and see if there's anything else underneath it.
There's nothing else under it.
Back on. There you go.
Still want it. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, as noted, Ace inverted the two symbols of Asmodeus in it as well,
I mean, yeah.
because it's like, no, I don't like those. You kind of look back and forth. So,
Let's go to the basement. And also, what did you guys find about this guy?
we didn't find much. He kind of steps back, picks up the fox, puts it on the other shoulder. But so we got here, we looked around, pauses for a moment, looks at his hand, which looks a little bit bruised. I may have whacked some guy in armor in the backside of his head.
Yeah, we had to do something the same. Good.
He's currently in a barrel of fish.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Also, I found a shrine.
2.
He kind of points at the painting that Arbok now has. I may have broke it.
Fine.
I may have also. He kind of pulls out some empty vials and throws them towards Arbok to have a look at. Poured a-
Files?
Yeah, empty vials.
Oh right.
I may have poured holy water all over them.
Oh good. Stash away the files.
Luke smokes slightly. It was so easy. It's like no one's even guarding down there.
Yeah. I do have one thing on us to say. I'm curious about why this guy used to worship Caden and why he's worshiping Asmodeus of all people right now.
I don't know, people change faiths, don't they?
People change face, but not this drastically, I must say.
We're in a library. He kind of points around at all the books.
I wonder if there's any interesting books.
Don't know. I got in here. I took book. I saw safe. I took safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the library and look around for 2
Well, you're in the library.
particular. Oh yeah,
So,
I'm I'm gonna go look around for 2 books on noble houses.
That's not too hard. It's a well-organized library. You can grab books. Are you specifically looking for Chilaxi noble houses or noble houses in general?
2 particular noble houses.
Okay, what noble houses would you like to get information on?
Noble house of Kylie's backstory. Don't remember what it is. And the noble house of that hag woman that we got chased around by the assassin devil.
Well,
Thingy, Lucretia.
Yeah.
well, if you're talking about the one that you kind of had your downtime events with,
Yep.
well, that one you can find. You can't find one on Ari's backstory.
Okay.
There it is, Lucretia Halgenfey.
Yeah.
Is there general theming to this library, or is it just like overall books?
It seems to be a collection, though there is a large number of books on economics.
Are there any books which have like really fancy covers?
Probably.
Or about wants to steal some of them?
Really fancy ones. Yeah.
Please add a collection of cherished book covers of fine quality.
You know, congratulations. You guys in a single trip have stolen more than Jortes in 10 levels.
You should expect this from me. I'm a massive kleptomaniac.
I do expect
Jortes
it from you.
But remember, Jortes is a poisoner, not a thief.
I'm chaotic
Still
neutral.
a rogue.
Meanwhile, I'm chaotic neutral freedom fighter.
Okay, how much more do we need? I mean,
I just
Both
want to
you
figure
both
out
train.
one more thing. If this guy is... I have a theory, and I'm not very happy with it, and if I'm right, I want to break it.
okay. Well, while you go do that, I'm going to keep an eye out down in his room. Okay. AK Arbog's going to ransack there as well.
I'll help.
You guys go keep an eye out. I need to figure this out.
As I suppose more looting. Meanwhile, outside. Well, they're back. They brought
are?
force with them.
Okay, yes.
They brought quite the force with them, actually. There is a lot of guards there. A lot
Oh,
of
great.
guards.
Ari,
So-
is there any
so now-
sign from the others yet?
They're all now private security.
Ari considers,
Not that much of it coming
shakes
through.
her head, and incites through the link a sense of hurry, I guess would be the best way to put it.
As Ari also suddenly has to dodge a sword, as she's still in a sword fight.
Yeah, the most she can do is just go and send them hurry through the link. She can't really reply to Celia. She's focused right now.
Well, considering there's no word from the others yet, Celia is fully prepared to use these worshippers against the others in a case of, like we said before, they're trying to get us moved. Are you going to let these foul Asmodeans push you around like that? And so on and so forth.
I still have aura sight running.
Yes.
Is there anyone with a particularly strong aura?
Yes.
Can you point them out to me?
Yes. So there is someone with a strong aura, which seems to be the person standing just behind the two pyromancers, who is very distinctly clearly a cleric of Asmodeus, by the current job.
Good.
Also,
Good.
the,
Boss.
also, the two pyromancers also seem to have a weak aura each.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty. They're pretty strong.
There is also about five of the guards also release such an aura.
We
Two
were
of them.
warned the pyromancers were strong.
Two guards, interestingly, release a moderate aura
Oh,
of evil.
Of law and evil.
No, but interestingly for those two guards, unlike everyone else so far, just evil.
Just evil. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah.
Everyone else doesn't really have an aura to speak of.
So yeah, Celia, you want to start a riot? Because I have a spell for someone. I have a spell that we can use to pinpoint out a certain someone.
Maybe not so much a riot, but definite hostilities between our group and theirs.
Huh? Well,
By the way-
I want to get them sicked on a specific person.
What were you saying?
All right.
Sideline?
I'm gonna just walk down to Arbok and Ace and say, take what you can and then get out.
Okay.
We don't want to spend any more time here.
Alright,
And
well,
James is gonna send a message of how to describe leaving. I don't remember.
Accomplishment?
Accomplishment, yeah.
Joey.
Like a prideful feeling of...
Yeah, prideful feeling of, you did it! I need to continue doing one last thing.
alright, well, Celia's already into full performance mode of literally, trying to G up these guys to make them more and more annoyed at the foul Asmodeans, trying to push around the mighty Caden followers, just trying to ruin their fun.
But this
with
feels
their
like an
boringness.
intimidate or a bluff.
I can do bluff.
I can help with that.
Why did I get int today and not charisma? I got charisma yesterday. Oh well. Do you want to...
I cannot fail to aid you. I cannot fail.
I also cannot
Okay.
fail to aid.
Good, so that's +4. I'm assuming this would take more than a minute to do.
Not really, you don't have a whole lot of time, so...
Alright, well, there's a guidance then. That's only a 23 there. Icky, icky.
As you start kind of trying to push things like that, they kind of arrive, and it doesn't. They've brought quite the force along, and trying to incite something here is not necessarily the easiest, especially with a whole set of. I mean, they're a set of drunks, so that's good news.
Yeah, they are all very drunk, and they do probably not like Asmodeans, and that is the bit she is pushing more than anything.
This here is not necessarily an easy circumstance. Kind of things go on. How much has Ari managed to impress them with her swordsmanship, or feigning her way through?
Good question.
Is Ari legitimately trying to do her best to fight, or has she been getting through using her feminine wiles?
Yes, I would say that she's been more focusing on verbal parlay instead of actually trying to fight because she knows she's probably not as good as a lot of these people here.
Make me an intimidate check.
Okay.
30.
That works.
And Garwin, meanwhile, has been collecting bets this entire time.
Yeah, basically.
Make me an appropriate check to managing money.
It's like we appraise.
Maybe?
Probably a praise. It's
I can accept a praise.
my best. But, could I substitute profession sailor for running? Because betting is a big thing on sailing ships, and you generally have someone who manages all that.
Yeah, but having the profession of being a sailor does not require you to be that good at it.
Okay, fine. I can give him a praise. It's not my best, but better than 10.
Okay. Through your actions, though, you have managed to rally some people to your side. Though it's not necessarily the most... It's not the biggest force, but it's not bad. Especially a lot of the people who are drunkenly fighting seem to be getting kind of back up and looking over. They're kind of looking at Ari's agreeance with like, yeah, we shouldn't let stop about that.
At this point, Garvin's going to cast a spell.
What spell?
Garvin is going to cast Spotlight on the person with the strong lawful evil aura.
What does the spell do?
I will send it because it's kind of
Doesn't it literally brighten the area
Yes.
around him and darken it outside of that area?
Yep, it lights up his area as per like fairy fire for the purposes of stealth checks and everything, and it also dims all lights around him.
But
So,
all mundane
he's now
light
in a-
sources within 20 feet are suppressed.
And magical light for 3rd level or lower.
Yes.
So he is now a massive beacon unless he can make a reflex, and this light will follow him around unless he makes a reflex save.
It won't follow him around.
Ah, crap. But still, it illuminates him for a little bit, or at least around.
All
And
right.
Garvin will yell, "There's the bastard! Look at him! He's a high cleric if I ever saw one."
He's probably the one that's been spreading all that graffiti on the Caden Shrine.
That's Besmar. That's Besmarin's.
We went to our Caden Shrine. There was graffiti on it, wasn't there?
It was
Yeah,
Besmar.
that was Besmarin, but graffiti.
Yeah, she's lying.
Okay.
It's what she does.
Guess so.
But everyone inside, you suddenly hear the sound of what sounds like a large angry riot going on.
Oops.
Hmm.
James, what is it you need to find?
I'm going to be going down to the basement. I have a theory. Well, first off, in the middle of his what's it called? Bedroom.
Mhm.
Would I know a very common sort of saying of Caden?
What was that?
Something like a very famous holy text or saying of Caden.
Probably, or you have as your patron deity to have for a long time.
Okay, and I would just like to say it, just out loud in the middle of his bedroom, in case there is something he's hidden, and that might be activated by
Sure.
voice.
You can say that, and as you do so, however, one of the holy symbols of Asmodeus on the wall glows.
You gone fucked up, son.
And in doing such, James himself suddenly begins to glow slightly. Make me a will save.
We'll save.
Oh,
I'm
steps
afraid
away
you're a
from
fair
James.
bit out of my 30-foot radius.
Fair. 7!
Wow.
Lord.
Wow. Oh,
Okay.
no. It has to be before you roll. You could have declared you're blessed to get a second reroll.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What's that?
Does bless?
No, but
Bless? No.
that's just to give rerolls. That's a
No,
trait.
blessed.
Oh, yeah, so I've been looking at the mythic one.
Mm,
Yeah,
The mythic one lets you do a reroll. I did think it did, but I noticed it earlier and it just stuck.
The
Garvin does not have mythic power
James
yet.
feels this really weird feeling inside, he doesn't feel quite right. This just kind of dark feeling itching at him. Mechanically, James,
Cursed, I bet.
you're taking a -6 penalty to your charisma.
Yep, you're cursed.
Ouch. Well, that's what you get for saying the words of an opposing god when you're surrounded by the holy symbols.
James, are you okay? You glowed. Actually, could I make a spellcraft to just identify what happened?
You could.
I do remember that I have skills and I can use them. Never mind.
Something magic.
I'd like to roll spellcraft. I
Maybe.
also have spellcraft.
Sure, you can go ahead and do spellcraft.
21.
Enough.
James, you realise you've been cursed.
Hmm.
Someone had a curse set here, clearly to trigger on the presence of the faith and of a Cain and Kaleen worshipper to appear. Specifically, Cain and Kaleen worshipper to appear.
Oh yeah, you can.
Really?
Is kind of the exact opposite of Asmodeus, so.
True.
Maybe he's expecting like a
I mean, he's literally the god of freedom fighting versus the god of slavery. I'm just saying. They cannot be more further apart on the
Yeah.
spectrum.
That holy symbol James is going to grab.
Sure, you grab it. It's an extra large wooden holy symbol. It weighs 2 pounds.
Sure you want to carry that?
And he's going to snap it in twain.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go down to the bottom shrine. I want to make sure that because this guy used to be a worshiper of Caden, want to make sure if I'm right on this. This feels weird.
Watch.
Should we come with?
If
Watch
you
out.
want to, it's up to you.
They have magic trap down there.
They do? Did you break it?
It came back.
All right, Ace, do you want to come with me then?
He
You know what? Everyone, just come with me.
Luke scowls slightly. I'm not Ace. Grumbles something as he kind of follows along.
Mortis still is very clearly wanting to go outside. Fuck your go with me bullshit. Mortis is concerned.
They'll be fine.
They
can handle themselves.
You're telling the raptor who's literally tasked with saving her that he'll be fine.
Look, they can fuck off at any time. You can leave now.
How about could you ever stay? Because if James gets caught himself, that's bad. TM.
Can James and the Raptor make me opposing charisma checks?
With your -6.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't think it matters anyway because
I mean, you're.
Maud is really convicted of this.
I
Convinced, even. Oh, I'm tired.
Ace. Well, Luke kind of looks at the Raptor. Looks at the rest of you. Looks at the Raptor. Hugs the Raptor. Now, this guy wants me to leave. So, kind of picks up the Raptor.
Oh, fine. Look, if this guy was a follower of Caden at some point, I feel I'm obligated to help him.
Mortis screeches at James. It sounds like a very garbled version of "You're a fucking idiot" in Infernal.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Luke has made up his mind at this point. The Raptor has convinced him as he's walking over to the balcony door to unlock it.
James, what if he converted willingly?
I don't think that wouldn't be the case. Can't
Then
believe
why set a
that.
trap against keying followers in your own room?
Then maybe it wasn't him who actually. He wasn't him who set the trap, perhaps. Maybe if someone decided that he converted back, or like a mind-controlling spell broke on him.
Okay, I'll come with you to the basement.
Thank you.
Well, Luke has distinctly decided not to as he lockpicks the door.
You want to at least ask Luke what the trap was?
Luke, we're Ace. At least tell me where the trap was.
Scowls slightly for a second. Look back. The trap was found on the final door to get into the shrine. Is the second idol on the? You kind of hold out his hand in front of him, looking at it. Left.
Thank you.
It plans to try and lock you in a cage.
All right, noted. Thank you.
Slightly annoyed as he kind of lockpicks away.
We'll be out pretty quick.
Bye.
He nods as he proceeds to open the door, get out, and kind of start and climb up onto the railing of the balcony. As you can separate away and go separate ways. We're going to take a very brief intermission here for a very quick break, but then we will return. Please go ahead, fetch drinks, go to toilet, etc., as you might not want to.
We're all gonna die because of James.
Basically, since I plan to summon something on that Asmodean cleric.
You know, if James had sent the, all clear sooner, then Celia was going to, instead of inciting them, just be like, okay, let's move this to the pub. We can have just as much fun there. But no. Instead, she's having to get people involved in a big-ass brawl.
Good.
Not really good, though, is it?
Yes, it is.
It really isn't.
Garvin's happy about it.
Yeah, but Devlin's gonna kill me.
No, it won't.
No, he won't. He'll just lecture me until I wish I was dead.
Well, that's your fault.
No, it's not. I just explained how it wasn't my fault.
You just need to learn to tune him out.
I'm not sure what Celia's going to do once the ball breaks out. She may just sort of disappear.
That's fine. Garvin plans on invisibilitying and casting a spell on, or cast a summoning spell on the cleric anyway.
Hmm.
Casting far enough back.
I'm split between just leaving and trying to do some form of crowd control. Either like knocking out the enemy or putting a wall up between us or something.
I mean, we should just be able to leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna summon like 3 air elementals to bombard him. Extra small elementals. 100-foot perfect fly speed. That'd work. "200-foot flying charge" is more than enough.
I'm just hoping James doesn't go and get himself stuck, because he's an idiot.
That's why Arboric's going with them.
Yeah, I'm also hoping Arbok doesn't get stuck at the same time.
Like, I have at least one escape artist, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you need more than that.
Yeah, I know. Escape artist is a hard skill.
It is. It's one of those you basically have to just devote into if you actually want to be good at it.
Mm.
It's okay. I also have like a ton of alchemical stuff.
Mm-hmm. Don't have anything that can eat through a cage, though, do you?
I mean, I have a bunch of acid.
Yeah, that'll take far too long, though.
Maybe. Worst case, we can always just try to lift the cage up, unless it's like, I don't know, something weird.
That's
Always
true.
depends on what
Arbok
it is.
is unreasonably strong.
He's not even that strong. He only has
Well,
16
he's not.
strength.
He just has good carry capacity.
Yes, thank you, skills.
I am quite jealous of Arbok's carry cap.
I mean, you're got like 8 strength and you're a small-sized creature.
Hey, I have 9 strength, thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Just because I'm physically weak doesn't mean I'm completely weak. If I could carry things with my mind, I would be so strong.
You would. You just need to get like a floating disc somehow.
Yeah, it's not a spell I can take, though. Not without shenanigans. You know what, I need to get Celia a cursed ring. That would do nicely.
A cursed.
Yes. Like the one Jortes has. I was considering him getting the floating disc. I don't know why, but it just seemed like it might be useful. I mean, it's always useful, but useful for him. I'm still expecting Torin to yell at me so much over some of the stuff. Like, Torin the character. Torin
How
the
are people?
player is also going to yell.
Hi.
Hello.
How are people?
Right?
Doing alright?
Okay.
I have cheesecake.
Yay, cheesecake.
Yay.
Nom nom. You should totally send me some.
just post it to me.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Mm. Bees.
Nothing. Nah, bees aren't the worst.
And they're pretty bad.
Yeah, but we can make friends with bees. There's even a spell for it.
Anyway, so I'm back.
Hello.
All right.
By the way, Luke did not get
Oops.
Luke did not get hit at all, even though he had a fight. I actually had a fight happen with him.
Yay.
Admittedly, I will tell you, I was running around in that
Sorry
fight
about
with
that. Stupid
26 dex,
website
or 26 AC,
adverts.
sorry. 26 dex.
Nice.
Nice.
Actually, though, that's not incorrect. 26 dex was the amount of dex I had as well for that fight.
Yay, Dex.
I had 26 dex and 26 AC. The guard was
Just
not
imagine
prepared.
a lot of dodge rolling.
Pretty much. The guard was dealt with in a mostly non-lethal manner.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, broken. They got knocked out in the end, but the process to get there may have involved a few sword slices as well.
Yay.
He only got knocked out. He didn't die.
Then you're not doing it right.
Exactly broken.
They enjoy your fault of it. You didn't do it right. Everyone, Big B included. With that on, however, the group outside, your finger's turned into a neither side is trying to hurt the other, but it's like kind of pushed back and forward, almost like this giant game of tug of war, almost.
Well, you know what this calls for?
Hmm?
Garvin's gonna go invisible.
Okay, you're invisible.
Now he's gonna move back a little bit, and then he's gonna cast Summon Monster 3, 30 feet in the air.
What are you summoning?
I'm summoning small air elementals.
Okay. For a second, I was hoping you were going to summon 1d4 plus one celestial hawks or something.
No, just elementals
I
because
was
they have
hoping
100
you'd,
foot fly speed.
summon a hippo or something to just fall
I hope-
on top of someone.
I was hoping for Rupert.
No, I need a line of sight to the guy. I don't want to hurt anyone except for the cleric.
Okay.
3 air elementals.
Nice.
Suddenly, anyone who's warm has a fan.
Which I
Yay.
then sick on the cleric.
Okay.
And then I think it's time for us to leave. Don't you agree, Celia?
Well, while Garvin's doing all of his fanciful summoning
Yes.
and shit, Celia's going to be illusioning, fascinating, etc., to basically either calm down or make some of the other side not want to fight.
Ari, meanwhile, in the back, as that's kind of going on, she's no longer getting to sword fight anymore, though she has collected a bit of money from that.
Aw.
She suddenly feels a tap. She suddenly feels a tap on her side.
Ari will turn. I'm guessing she's going to see Luke.
Hello, Kylie.
Oh,
She's speaking, you can't hear her again, Dark.
Okay.
You hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you, so that's good.
Are you going to turn? I guess presumably see Luke. At least I hope so.
As Ari turns, as she feels a tap on her side, and see Luke who salutes, admittedly with the wrong hand, at you. Captain Ari?
She nods.
Where are
Weirton
you-
is going to kind of
Miss-
scramble off of him.
Mission has been completed.
Oh, good. Where are the others?
James decided to. Merv just takes over at this point. James had some strange religious theory of his that he wants to go into the basement for, even though we had already desecrated the place.
Ah, so James did what he does best. He was a fucking idiot. Got it.
And Arbux decided to come along. Luke speaks up. I decided to follow what the raptor told me to do.
Oh, good. At least someone has a brain around here.
Luke nods strongly, despite the fact his intelligence is currently drained from his mutagen.
Now the question is, does Luke have the brain or does Mortitis have the brain?
Neither. Mirth does.
Yes, it's Murph. Honestly, at over levels, Murph's intelligence is going to go through the roof.
hmm
Yeah, Luke kind of looks over at the others. Huh. Garvin and Celia. Okay. Kind of watching the riot go on. So, what should I do?
I think we should leave before this turns into actual fighting. And while they're distracted.
Okay. Kind of go. Ready to go then?
She kind of looks towards Garvin and Celia, waiting for them to have a response, although she's still ready to leave if they don't make up their minds.
Yeah, I can leave. I've done enough to throw against that cleric. Maybe he'll die, maybe he won't. Ah, well.
I guess if you guys are bored already, we can leave.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Garvin's invisible at this point, so...
Phantom pirate voice.
The voice exit the ether. In which case, you're invisible. Luke did not comment on Garvin because he can't see Garvin.
Oh, we should probably wait for the other two. Probably where they were coming in.
We should go duck into an alleyway or something until then, though.
Yeah, if we're waiting around, then Celia's just going to sort of hang at the back of the crowd and, like I say, try to give their side an advantage and prolong this whole tug of war before it breaks out into a full-scale riot.
I bet James is going to get caught in Magic Cage.
Oh, of course he is.
That was a trap. Yeah, that was a trap. It turned itself back on.
And he
You're
didn't listen when you
reminded.
said that, did he?
He shakes his head.
Oh, he did.
He wanted to go anyway.
You probably should have actually gone with him and turned it off again.
Oh, rip roll 20.
Yep.
Well, Raptor thought better idea just to leave. And
Are you instantly amused by the idea of apparently James went with a robo parlay of Mortis and somehow somehow Mortis came out on top? She's kind of stifling a bit of laughter. Doesn't know what happened, but that's her assumption.
And actually, technically, it's not actually Luke's intelligence gone. It's his wisdom that's gone down more precisely, actually. Which actually explains it even more because, yeah, Luke is very suggestible right now. He's on 5 wisdom. He's very suggestible.
Dear.
Hence why I asked for the charisma checks, because he's very suggestible when he's got his mutagen running. It's like, you know.
And the Raptor with 5 charisma beat James.
Admittedly, James is taking you -6.
First.
Admittedly, James is taking you -6 right now.
That is true.
But, you know. But if you guys are planning on staying, then, you know, things can be done to try and convince people to keep the fight going. As Luke will proceed to just incite the crowd a little bit more by pretending to say things as the actual interactions on the other side, and maybe try to incite things further. No,
Yeah,
kind of
control.
cause confusion. Mm-hmm. Adding +2 onto this, which there you go. Let's put in. Which extends the duration before this goes into extends the duration of this kind of event because there's a 4th character helping.
Yay.
Meanwhile, inside, you head down to the basement. It's scarily empty.
Alright.
And you follow down the very long hallway.
I was just going to keep an eye out for traps that I mentioned.
Are you searching for new traps or just looking for the one that Ace told you about? Just Luke.
I mean, there's always a potential that he somehow was just late enough to pass by a pressure plate. Better safe than sorry, I think.
There's also the chance that he just didn't tell you about some.
He's probably forgot as well.
Let's try.
You don't see any as you kind of pass down, at least, as you kind of move through the hallways.
Okay.
There is a fair point that Luke only weighs a grand total of 40 pounds, I think. I mean, ignoring equipment.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not a lot of weight. You can't pass down, move through the hallways. I need stealth checks from both of you.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
40.
30.
Okay, I'm going to flat out tell you, by the way, you both avoided the Hellhound.
Yay!
Oh, what a pit.
Ace had no idea it was there, because Ace just stealthed right past it and didn't know. Because Ace was too quiet. But, you know.
I don't know what it is, I probably smelt it.
Neither of you actually know that was the Hellhound either, because you haven't encountered it. Though, admittedly, Arbok does smell sulfur. So.
Devil shit.
As eventually you get to a slight antechamber of some sorts, the chamber widening out with a number of idols going across, and some large caricatures of devils looking down at you.
What was it look side second from the left?
Mm-hmm.
What does he mean?
I don't know. Pull it.
Well, does Arbok want to make a perception check with his knowledge that there might be a trap here?
Yeah, let's do that. Will this take longer of a round? Since I know that
Yes.
exists. Okay.
Yes.
24.
$24. Normally that would not succeed, but Arbok realizes, due to the fact he already knew it was here, I kind of went to look.
Hey, thank you.
That there's actually some small runes going across that idol. That idol actually seems to be what creates the trap in the first place.
Okay.
And basically, it looks like the idol's actually looking at an area, and you think if you pass right in front of it, it will trigger and try something on you.
Okay, then can we avoid it?
Kit?
Well, there's not a super easy way to avoid it, but I mean, if you're very nimble, you might be able to kind of just move across the altar behind it.
Acrobatics.
You know, if it's the area it's looking at, could you just put a cloth over the idol?
You're not sure if that would trigger it or not, so movement with a cloth or not. So you could try to limbo under its eyes as well, but still be acrobatics. So
Yeah. Actually, my acrobatics isn't awful.
I mean,
Try and scale the
you
walls.
could just let James go by himself.
I mean, Arbok could try to scale the wall and try climbing his way.
How smooth do they look?
They look pretty smooth.
James is good.
I mean, James makes it to the other side. That's a thing.
I mean, my acrobatics. How hard does it look to climb across the altar?
What, kind of like balancing across it and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to.
Oh. It is a DC 18.
Okay. It's probably a lot more difficult to use climb, so let's try acrobatics and hope I don't fuck up. Oh, thank God.
Hey!
Jeez. You two.
Congratulations,
Just a
you both spent a nat 20 on avoiding a magical trap.
Yay!
We just still come reasonable amount of flips.
As you walk up to an unlocked pair of iron doors.
All right.
Slightly ajar, and as you kind of push them open, immediately as the doors kind of open up, a pair of continual flames light from a pair of braziers,
Ooh.
and there is an altar to the devil god himself, with a giant pentagram on the wall that's been painted over in blue, seemingly like someone just threw paint, like literally like a ball of paint at it or something. Moreover than that, the altar itself seems to have a minor thing on it that is of kind of note for you guys, which is the altar itself seems to have been burnt into with acid. It's also wet with what? I mean, it smells like holy water to Arbok. There's also many holy symbols around the room that have been either inverted or burnt or something similar.
You know, he did say he dumped a load of holy water on it.
Yeah.
So, what is it you want to see, James?
I know you're the only one with a good perception. Look around the room if there's any, I don't know,
Secret doors?
secret doors or strange holy symbols that, well, are, aren't exactly Asmodean.
Well, I'll try. Well, I don't know enough about religion to do that, but I'll try looking for secret doors.
Arbok will look around in the chaos that's in this room. Searching around, Arbok does not see anything that looks too out of place in this room of absolute chaos. There's some marbles on the floor, but you probably, that probably was not part of the shrine originally.
I don't see anything, James.
These will take. It's booze of that make. All right. Well, I'm gonna take some of the booze I stole from that guy, the expensive wines. I'm gonna put a little bit on the altar.
On a patch that's already been absolutely just desecrated, or try to find a
Both.
clean bit to put it on.
Both.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be that much of a change to it. Either way, nothing really seems to happen.
And then also utter something in for Arcane.
Nothing seems to happen.
All right. Need to figure something out about that.
James, not to rush you, but we shouldn't
We need to
slow
go.
your tongue.
We need to go. I know.
Okay.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, the riot outside has kind of come to a point where it's kind of finishing and closing up now. The two sides, not so much not what either side has lost, more than the side that, one side is passing out from being drunk and the other side just doesn't give a damn anymore.
It just sort of fizzled out before anything happened. All just posturing and name-calling.
Pretty much, the city guards did eventually return, basically, and kind of, tell both sides to knock it off. And, more booze, basically.
More booze! Celia starts casting again.
As kind of both situations kind of defuse. So Garvin does get a very strong look from that Asmodean cleric. Very strong.
And I was invisible whenever I cast it.
It's true, but he still stares right at Garvin for some reason. Maybe he
Garvin's-
recognizes Garvin.
I'm just gonna just stare back,
Yeah,
sort of
cleric
smirk.
of Bismarck. That's a good enough reason to stare at him.
As kind of goes back inside. Which is important to note because the others are still in there.
Mm-hmm.
Luke has to go off. Well, it's over.
Yeah, a pity. I was hoping to keep that going for longer.
All right.
She says
Good
as she pours out more booze.
All right, Arbuck. At this point, I don't care if we stay stealth. We just need to get out.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
No, fast.
Well, let's get past the hellhound first. 'Cause I don't want to wake that thing up.
I don't know about him, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you want,
The first step is get past that figure again.
I don't fucking hell. I hate this. I hate idols. Acrobatics again.
I could just wave my sword in front of its face.
Yay!
26. Yay.
I mean, do you wave your sword in front of its face?
Nah, it's just acrobatics.
That was getting close for comfort.
It's not quite as
Yeah.
stylish as last time. In too much of a rush for fancy acrobatics.
I think what Arbok's gonna do now is just to make sure that we're not getting caught. He's gonna use some of his chameleon steps, like scout out ahead to make sure that the route ahead's clear.
Stealth checks.
Stuff.
43.
Jeez.
20.
Wow. Arbok, what are you doing?
Rolled
At
an
least
8.
He is
I rolled
moving at
7.
full speed though, so
Yeah.
chameleon step, so he could probably get out without James, like, without giving up James.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
Buck.
just embarrassing.
So where is it? Okay, you both. Okay, both of you make it through that section just fine. The Hellhound rolled that. The Hellhound that one.
Ah, thought so.
Thank God.
I'll tell you, that Hellhound is serious business. That Hellhound has something like a plus 15 bonus or something.
Jeez.
But you know, in that one,
Luck is on my side.
apparently. As you proceed to pass through, but as you're going to get towards the staircase back up, you hear the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs towards you.
Shit.
Shit.
Back, Roy.
What?
Back.
If we go back, there's no way we can get. No, we can't go back.
Jump him?
I don't want to jump him.
What do we do then?
How tall is the ceiling here?
The ceiling is pretty tall.
Arba, climb the goddamn wall.
Fools are. Is there like any corner Arbit could brace against?
Just above the doorway in the corner.
There is a corner that Arbit could try to pin himself against.
He's
Try.
gonna do that because that lowers the DC.
It does, but this is still going to be incredibly hard.
Come on, big whammy.
Hey!
Well, Arbuk is now up in a corner.
What does
Preferably
James
would
do?
like to take James with him
Okay,
if he can.
okay. So you climb up into a corner with giving James a piggyback ride.
Yep.
I've got like one arm wrapped around James, just kind of holding him as tight as I can. 3 arms like pressed against.
Well, for 3 arms.
I go to like 2 more arms. No, legs and the other arm braced against the walls and just holding my breath.
That's Acer's ability to grow more arms on a whim.
Jealous. That'd be very useful here.
It really is. It can give him multi-attack.
James is also poised to jump anything if they notice them.
Dropping them.
How steady are the two of you holding your breaths right now as the things move
Stealth?
past?
Consti-
Go ahead and roll stealth checks for me.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this
24.
would be like a
Oh,
constitution check.
Jesus. Oh, you've still got that elixir on, don't
Yeah.
you? That's why you're getting so high.
Mm-hmm. Lasts an hour, so.
I'm
Wow.
hoping it's at least vaguely dark up here.
It's shadowy, but...
Take it. Did they roll a 1?
That's 2 nat 1s on perception checks.
Yay!
I really, this ruby dice seems to have all the luck for the players.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's weighted.
Keep rolling it.
It's not weighted, the problem is, because it will roll high when the players it's in the good player for the favors, and low when it's bad favor for the players.
I need to get
Just
fan
in-
art of this right now.
It'd be good fan art.
Yeah.
However, with the blessing of the ruby dice, the two of you managed to evade, as it seems, an Asmodean priest, 2 people in full plate, and then 4 retainers go past.
Oh, lovely. Hell Knights, probably.
Also 2 puppies.
Oh, now you guys can get out.
Though the two dogs, one of them seemed to just kind of sniff up at you, and just keep walking.
You know, you're
Remember how you
covered in
poured
wine.
alcohol? You covered yourself in that wine.
Daddy!
It's like, oh, hey, you're
Good
supposed to be
idea.
here. Keeps going. The dog was searching for
Well-
that specific scent of wine.
I'm glad you did that.
Mm. The dog would have auto-detected otherwise because 30-foot radius of scent, but, you know. Well, the dog did detect, but it didn't matter because the dog didn't alert anyone.
He's supposed to be here. Acting weird, but, you know, we're supposed to be here.
We live here.
It's a dumb dog. It doesn't know what to think.
It's just looking for a smell.
Okay.
As Albert falls to the ground, a 3-point landing.
No, he just
Running-
like slides down the wall. very slowly.
James jumps
Yep.
off and Cat falls. And okay, running
You have,
time.
you have now arrived at your destination, the ground floor.
Yeah, let's just get out.
So now you're in the main area of the dry dock. Where do you plan to go from here?
Front door's trapped. Find a way out. Back to the way we came.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
If things go bad, find the first window. Jump out of it.
Yeah.
I need perception checks from both of you.
Nice. Can I use uncanny perception senses thing? Yeah.
You can.
1 point left.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Hey, where'd you go, Rebecca?
Right.
Not to show you up or
Oh.
anything, but yeah.
Both of you, as you're kind of rushing, are perceptive enough not to suddenly turn the corner on a pair of pyromancer twins talking to each other.
Yay.
The two of them in a rather hot conversation, in the fact that they seem so angry right now that they are literally they're literally causing embers to fly out of their mouths as they're talking.
Magic's weird.
As the two of you can quietly stealth past in the shadows and just let them bicker.
And more running time. As soon as they pass.
Eventually, you can find a window that, sure, it's not the window, but hey, it's, you know,
It'll do.
as you open it up and either slowly or maybe quickly launch yourselves out of it.
I'm gonna go
Leave.
slow.
Feel free to
Sadly
leave the
for-
ladder.
Sadly for you, either way, this window happens to overlook the water.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine.
But you know, it just means you're going for a swim.
But James, you can swim, right?
Yeah. Calm water, yeah, I can do that.
And you're in port, the water is relatively calm.
Okay, goody.
As due to the luck of the dice, you ignored actually half my challenges.
Okay, admittedly, if we got caught by the priest, we were mega screwed.
But you know, the others will eventually find a very soggy James and a very soggy Arbok climb up to their party area where they're just kind of chatting and drinking.
Da-da.
Okay. Here's your gold bar. Here's your gold bar. Here's a gold bar.
Mortis is still carrying the
Ooh,
gold
gold.
bar for Ari. Poor
Garvin.
Raptor somehow managed to carry it.
How does Garvin react to being handed a gold bar?
Very nice, thank you.
Took you long enough.
Did you get anything else?
Got a bit of news.
I
Yeah.
don't care about news.
Did
you
you
get
the
anything else?
ledger?
Oh yeah. Here's a mace. Look, watch this. James shakes the mace and a bunch of frost falls off of it.
Very nice. You did get the ledger, didn't you?
Yeah. Ledger.
Luke has it.
Good.
Actually, Mirth has it.
Riff has it.
As Luke kind of waves over to see that and kind of opens up his bag. Robert, here you go. Yeah, seems to have a book in it with carved in chains and various kind of similar iconography.
Alright, we'll drop that off later then.
I got it before they did. Sticks out his tongue.
I would have hoped so too. You seem more competent than these two.
He
Are you
nods.
kidding? Yeah. Look, we got a bunch of money.
I gotta get
Yeah,
you
but
some
you-
rolls.
That wasn't the mission. It was a nice bonus, but it wasn't the mission.
True, but we would have got that eventually. We eventually ended up in the same place as them.
Oh, dark.
Bunch of people.
How much money did Ari make sparring? I guess I
Oh,
never
did you see I broke
ask.
stuff down there? Looks over at James. Narbuk.
Yeah, so I did see that. Well done.
Start to become Kaylee death again.
Dark, how much money did Ari make while sparring?
Wait, did she ask that verbally or did she ask that in text?
She asked that verbally.
Terribly.
Apparently Discord for websites is not working well.
Discord way.
Apparently not.
Still better than Skype.
Let's keep this train going, shall we?
Hello.
Hello, Kylo. How much money did you make? Well, the real question is how well did you perform in total during your sparring, which, well, I can tell you, you made a grand total of Are you ready?
Yes.
28 gold in bits.
Woo!
It's more than I make singing, so I'm okay with this.
Yay.
You may have also received a number of bruises.
Oh well.
But did any of them hit on her?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they hit on me.
Well done, you've got even more suitors.
You know, say one thing for Ari, she's never going to have to worry about not finding a place to go.
Mhm.
Ah.
As the group just strolls, I suppose, back towards headquarters.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Also, James will show the cloak and the ring. And also, I don't know if these things are
Well, you don't have
magical.
the cloak and ring. I have the cloak and ring.
Oh, right.
Arbok will show off the fine velvet
detect
sheets.
magic on all of it.
Oh, he hasn't shown it yet, so, you know.
What do you mean you have the cloak and ring? I was the one who found it.
No,
No.
that was
Cloak and ring was in the safe.
Yeah,
Oh,
upstairs safe. Our safe was the golds.
The
Golden
main-
scrolls.
Gold?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, scrolls. Yeah, scrolls.
Oh,
What the
Scrolls
hell
what
did
we
he
found.
say?
Arbok's already handed them over to the more divinely inclined.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna let Garvin deal with it.
Fair enough.
Garvin has been handed some scrolls then.
He can actually prepare read magic tomorrow and just hand wave finding out what they are.
Yeah, that's fair. From what I gathered, they're the kind of bursty magic, so have fun.
Ah, thank you.
I also found stuff. We can deal with slightly to himself.
What'd you find?
Well, I found this. He pulls out a sack full of 2,000 gold coins.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Very nice.
I found this as you're just kind of walking down the street, juggling a couple of gemstones.
Oh,
Nice.
I know. He pulls out a ring, which was shown before, or written before in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll also and he'll go ahead and pull out the cloak and just kind of twirl it around.
Alright. And as stated, detect magic on everything.
Spellcraft.
Where's that gone then? Skills.
Bear in mind, if he
as
doesn't do too well, we do have Dublin too, technically.
Spellcraft, go. What was
Do
that?
we want to whip out our
Ugh,
secret weapon of Dublin's
that's
character
horrible.
card?
That is horrible.
Well, you don't find a whole lot out except the ring and the cloak are both shinies.
Yeah,
Magically
they're
shiny.
magical somehow.
The gemstones are just gemstones he's juggling.
Yeah. I suspected they would be.
Dublin's secret weapon?
It's fair enough that you can probably identify this stuff. As you will get back towards the city. We'll get back to the ship. And I imagine everyone goes down to the main area to sit down. Luke's feeling rather cheerful and childish. Also, kind of just like a look of, ooh, this is what the place is like. Ooh, ooh.
Arbok kind of just like gently like nudges Ari, is like, okay, what's up with that?
As I'm going to get the magic items meanwhile.
Ari. Well. So, first of all, explain that that's not technically Ace. His name is Luke.
Okay.
But it's still Ace. It's just another. She tried to say it's another personality of Ace's. Ace is still in there somewhere, but currently this personality is fronting.
Then where the hell is Ace?
In the brain somewhere. He's just not currently active.
That's pretty creepy.
We can have Taz or Mirth fix it, but I mean, it doesn't seem to be causing any harm, and Ace doesn't seem to care when it happens.
Are you saying this kind of just out loudly right now?
She's whispering it, but
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if Luke heard.
I don't know if you realize Ace and Luke are not good at perception.
That's true.
Plus Luke.
She doesn't want to alarm Luke by going, "Oh yeah, there's another person inside your brain." 'Cause I don't even know if she knows that Luke knows that.
So, I guess that's where he's getting mad when we kept calling him Ace.
She nods. I told him that Ace is just someone who looks a lot like him.
Oh.
Wait, just turn him back. Honestly, this is just making things difficult.
I mean,
There's no reason not to.
Well, go convince Tess or Mirth. It's not my job. I don't know how to do it.
I mean,
Alright.
Meanwhile, the Devon Identification Service, sitting around with those not doing whisperings, managed to identify a few things. Firstly, that cloak, Taz immediately identifies when you get back, because hey, it's his cloak. It's a cloak of resistance +1.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty plain and simple. There is no quirks or anything special with it in that regard.
just a nice cloak.
The ring happens to be a ring of swimming.
Ooh.
Which grants a +5 competence bonus on swim checks.
Who's bad at swimming?
There is
Ari.
also a quirk
Yeah.
included with this item.
Oh.
The quirk included with this item is when the character is swimming through the water, their hair turns blue.
Oh well.
Exactly.
It's just a quirk. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone who's crap at swimming.
So, Miorari.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's also one of those things that thankfully there's an attunement period, so if you're like, I need to swim, but this other person's not going with me, you can just swap it about.
Hmm.
Oh, this is probably more for emergency situations in case one of them gets tossed in the water.
So this is our life ring.
I would say Ari still is easier to carry.
See,
Ari
that
also
is
likes shiny things.
technically easier to carry. No, just don't give this one away this time.
She didn't have a choice in the other one. Also, that was only worth 25 gold. Wasn't the worst thing.
Meanwhile, Arbok and Garvin are trading hats.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you're now carrying around cheese to compensate for the craving that it gives.
Right to the kitchen. I even had like a platter of cheeses. It's basically begging to be taken.
By the way, for the players saying I've calculated the money for you.
Yay, money! Ah,
Is that including the gold bars?
Yep.
yeah, that'll be the 800.
Yep.
800 gold bars, 2,000 gold coins,
850
4,000 in gems, 850 gold each.
I broke 2,000 again.
Ace also broke that much as well.
I broke 1,000 because I've been spending money on bribes and last week I forget, are we getting paid for the ledger? For giving them the ledger or
He's getting info.
oh.
He's getting his own payment for it.
Alright. I'm gonna go turn that in as soon as I can, really.
Would it be tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
I mean, we had the idea of trying to copy it then. Do I just see if we can flick through and see if any
Sure.
of those particular things just catch your eye?
You begin to flick through, and this ledger makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever.
Can I look at it?
You can look at it if you want to.
I might know what the language is.
It's
Let's
not
find
necessarily.
out.
It's not necessarily a case of that, but it's like half the words are missing.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's probably a cipher.
Yeah, probably.
The idea of it being a cipher is likely, so unless you want to try like linguisticing it, which I mean,
I can linguistics. I have a +8 to it.
I'll attempt to aid.
I'll also attempt to aid.
I will attempt to not roll shit. I roll okay.
Eh.
Linguistics,
Hey.
so-
I don't
Okay, so I'm at a 20.
You know what? Garvin can try and aid. Oh,
Do you have to be trained to aid with the linguistics?
Mortis
Yes.
aids apparently that's better than me.
Not to aid with it, you don't have to.
oh, do you not?
No. I mean, you can aid with any skill on
There you
train
go, aided.
22.
I thought linguistics
Okay,
was
so-
trained only skill.
I break 25.
Linguistics is trained only asterisk.
Oh, okay. It's for the stuff like forgeries,
hmm
forging things. And all
You can
that.
always, for example, you can always attempt to decipher things to do with your own language, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a few other things. Ace is going to be rolling independently, meanwhile, for it, because he will. But
Well, you ended up getting about the same.
Yeah.
it turns out, you know, Ace is kind of good at this.
I think it's exactly the same as Ari did.
No, he's too better.
Yeah.
No,
Welcome to the power of Murph helping, Mr.
24. You got.
No, I got a 26. I got aided by 3 people.
Got. Yeah, that's plus 6.
Oh, never
And you
mind,
have
you're right.
18.
Oh, never mind. I guess I could have Mortis for guidance if I really need it.
However, kind of looking over it, you still can't get a lot from it, but you can get at least a gist of what's going on in it. It would take a long time to decipher this, you feel. But there seems to be a lot of information of kind of various bribes, various activity between various groups. There are names, there are addresses, affiliations. It's very detailed. It's a lot of information and a lot of it incriminating.
Good. And now, do we want to send someone out to Frostheart and tell her we have a bit of a hint that a bit of information that a certain shipwright shop is going to be, well, free for business soon.
She herself. It's an important point. She herself isn't a pirate, but
No, but she might have allies or something that she would like.
Our broker was already doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
He will be informing the various parties.
Yeah, various parties. But I mean, do we want to talk to Frostheart first so she gets a jump on that?
It'll
Like, she's,
not
like
really.
I said, she's not really a pirate.
I don't think she'd be interested.
She's a businesswoman. She might be.
Well, you can go let her know if you want. Me and James will be going to go and see our benefactor.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
So
Garvin will.
ominous.
You know, he doesn't really particularly care if they know his name, right?
Yeah, I guess.
as this is all going on, Lucas apparently lost interest and is playing a game of cards against Murph and is losing.
All right, Celia, let's go.
Well, it's
Okay.
currently the middle of the night.
All right.
Yeah, let's wait till morning.
Yeah, it's kind of anything more you want to do in the night, basically.
And remember, in the morning, knock on my door, don't just walk in, or
Yes.
you'll get blown up.
Yeah. I guess I'll go talk to Tass about. Yeah.
You go to Tass. Sure, you can go to Tass.
First things first. Here's mace. You can look over it.
He looks over it. Oh, it's a finely made magical mace. Low level enhancement to the metal. Some minor frost magic, which he seems to be careful he's holding it because he seems to recoil a little bit from the frost magic, but you know, he's the ice mage.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the fire mage versus an ice weapon. But you know, he said he seems to appreciate its craftsmanship for a while.
Okay, you can use it for your study. Don't break it down yet. Not sure what we're going to do with it. So, yeah. Side note, are we just going to let Ace be Luke, or are we breaking base back?
Kind of looks at you confused.
You know what I mean. I already have them. I know what they are. Oh. I don't know. It's just I want Ace back. This is confusing and I'm worried.
Confusing? Yes. Yeah, that's not. In full agreement. It is confusing. It's always confusing. Harry just kind of smokes a little bit. You don't need to be worried.
You gonna bring him back soon?
I don't need to.
Why?
Because this is a little bit different than the last time this kind of happened.
That he didn't become Luke to hide from something happening, he became Luke to help, I'm guessing. So he can turn back when he likes.
If Celia came along, kind of looks at her, nods a little bit. Yep. And well, why didn't you just talk to him yourself about it?
I will tomorrow.
Luke probably won't be here tomorrow, but you know.
Yeah, well, then it's not much. It's fine then.
By the way, out of character, James might want to talk to Garvin about the whole remove curse thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go talk to Garvin about remove curse.
You know, before he
Forgot about-
prepares
I
spells
forgot
in the
about that.
morning.
Garvin, I was cursed.
Again.
Oh, lovely.
Evil, vile Asmodean magic.
Here, I can help fix it tomorrow.
All right.
And if it was just like sent from, just straight from the cleric or something like that, it should be fine. I shouldn't really need a
From
whole
somebody.
big ritual or anything. The trap, even better.
Yeah.
Where does Garvin hang out after this? Late in the evenings here. Does he hang out like in his shrine? He's just kind of set up in one of the spare rooms. Aw.
Yeah, I think he will because this counts as like a conquesty thing for
Sure.
deceiving someone and taking their stuff through trickery.
Oh. So it certainly does count as a victory in that regard. I can certainly agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, Garvin's actually going to have a knock at the door of his shrine. A very quick kind of knock.
Yeah, come in.
As you see, well, Luke, step in. Hello, Mr. Pirate.
Hello there, lass.
I have this for you. As he kind of reaches into his rather awkwardly shaped, but rather nicely made bag, and kind of hands you something. It seems to be a very unusual Besmaran holy symbol.
Lord Besmara.
You can lore Besmara.
22.
This Besmaran holy symbol has been carefully crafted. It is in the silhouette of a ship, with a few things to make it a full Besmaran holy symbol. But Garvin recognizes the layout of the ship is to be a copy of the illustration of what Besmara's true ship looks like.
Ah. Oh, this is a very nice one. Where'd you get this?
It was among some of the things I stole. It was in some box with the word confiscated on it.
Ha. Good. Nicely done, lad.
He nods. But I recognize that bit to be part of like Besmaran. He kind of points to like one of the very obvious Besmaran bits with the skull and cross on the side.
Yeah, it's actually a carving of her own ship.
Also, wait, is Ace just like successfully made a knowledge religion check? Wait, what?
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just taking it to be he's rubbed off on
Possibly.
a bit.
Anyway, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, thank you.
He nods. He nods with a cheerful smile. I'll let you get back to praying. As he steps out the door, unless you stop him, and we'll close it again.
Then is it just wood or?
It is a well for effective purposes. It counts as a silver holy symbol for all effective purposes.
Ah, okay.
It's technically mostly iron, but it's iron with other things on it, which makes it value of silver for purposes.
Nice. Okay.
Also, no, the top hat's been left behind. No,
No!
you must fetch the top hat. Perfect.
Oh, that damn top hat.
It is a glorious top hat. The thing is, you also have to now imagine Garwin walking around constantly with a top hat.
Oh,
see
not
no
anymore.
problem.
It's gonna be Arbuck wearing the top hat for a while.
Apparently I have it now.
Yeah.
So our orc chef is going to be wandering around wearing a top hat
I'm no
This
simple
doesn't
people.
suit him as well.
with a purple ribbon.
Actually, it does look a bit weird. I need to get an actual suit.
Oh my god, Arbuck in a suit. That'd be amazing.
Change profession maid to profession butler.
So we sleep through the night?
Yep, you sleep through the night, and not too much happens as all of you kind of rest. It's a nice evening.
Good, my room doesn't blow up. I am worried about, well, if that cat gets back in, through the window now. Just come back one day to find fluff everywhere.
And yeah, the next morning, everyone can kind of wake up and have breakfast as normal. Ace is just Ace again, if in case you're curious.
Okay.
So, what's everyone else planning to do today?
Garvin's gonna go see Miss Frostheart and inform her that there may be a business opportunity opening up on one of the docks. Shipwright might be disappearing.
Haven't got any plans.
If anyone is interested, Tass needs a little bit of help with one of his things. He has a rather large
What do you
amount of
need
metal
help
he's
with?
transporting, and he's not that strong, so you know.
I've got it.
If any characters wish to help him, wish to have something to do, Tass always has an option available for that. Just helping him.
Unless Ari wants to actually go check out that magic shop.
I do want to check on the shop. Dirk can't hear me again, can he?
Right, I can't hear.
Oh dear.
At least, hey,
Okay.
at least I'm the one who's realizing this time. I can't
no,
hear.
it's-
you both said the same thing at once.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I guess.
Okay. So what's going on here?
There's that rumor that Arbuck found, I believe,
Yeah.
about a
Uh,
strange magical shop.
Mhm.
I want to go check it out.
By the way, I don't know if it ever got mentioned in the main chat, but Celia did also find out a rumor about shapeshifters roaming the streets and terrorizing
Yes,
people.
that's there.
I've not seen that. But
Yeah,
I mean, if you
I think it got added to the note, but it just wasn't mentioned in main chat. It's number 23.
yes, see.
I'm interested in 62A.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever could check out the magic shop, our book would like to come on. We still have to sell the smelly hammer. So going to the magic shop is maybe not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Well, if you head to that shop, you will most certainly find one. The shop is incredibly creepy, with like the dolls everywhere, and you certainly feel like some of the dolls are even staring at some of you, which is, I mean, they're just dolls, right? They feel like they're staring. However, you will learn of the person who runs it, which is a young human adult male wearing a nice fine suit. Kind of, he seems rather excited when you kind of come in. Welcome, welcome. Claps his hand slightly. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
All right.
Hello.
As well, I presume you in some way will introduce what your kind of interests are as a party. For the magical shop curator. Notably, you do like adventuring stuff. Which, well,
We're also in the business to sell things. Wink.
he is certainly in the trade of buying and selling magical items, as well as his own creative knickknacks and stuff. But they're generally just more his his more common clientele. But certainly, he's certainly in the market of buying and selling magical goods.
I'd be interested in seeing what they have just to see. Well, our book mentions the hammer, I'm sure.
Silence.
1 second.
Sorry, I'm waiting.
So the shop has a variety of magical items on you, though the curator, who just introduced himself, is simply white to you. Is it the color white?
All right.
The rather excitable man will inform you that he can get hold of most basic magical items that you might need quite easily. The city's big. He knows plenty of people. About that, if you need any potions or scrolls or something like that, they're just you can basically kind of you can get them. That's not an issue in that regard. There's minor items. And other than that, he does have a list of minor magical items just flat out available in his shop at this current second without you going out of your way to try and find them.
Ooh.
The various magical items currently available to you are the following. I feel like I need a drum roll.
Hold on, I don't have a drum.
The
That doesn't work.
first thing you find is a. Actually, I should put this in the Discord, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Just so Torin can look at it later.
Yeah, just plan on writing these down and send it to him.
Probably better I put it in the
I'm
Discord.
sure he wants scrolls. I'm pretty sure he mentioned stuff like that before.
Yeah.
God.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I had to change my armor again.
I'm not sure how that reminded you.
Magic. Ugh. Set armor. I'm very glad this is a function that Roll20 has. Is my C correct? Yes, it is. So let's put bets on what is going to be first. I'm going to bet it's a glove that makes things into pastry.
Ari has something she wants to inquire about, but I highly doubt this guy's just gonna whip out what she wants. And go, oh yeah, I got 10 of these.
I got 10 of these. Like, what is it you're wanting?
Essence of Song and Healing, which is highly unlikely that she'll be able to find it, but she's gonna find anyone in this town that knows where to find it. It'd be this guy probably.
Keep in mind, we did just get a bunch of items. If people aren't particularly attached to them, we could try and get essence.
Yeah, but she has very particular essence she's going after. For a very particular
Okay,
item I probably
yeah.
want crafted that Dark didn't say no to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume.
Still, if you get an essence of singing, maybe like an essence of creativity, or like
I mean, creativity would fall on the same line, though.
I wonder if it's like essence of virtue, considering there's essence of sin.
Probably.
Probably.
What if not virtues?
I'm just slowly preparing for the fact I'm probably going to spend like something like 8,000 at least on this item.
A second, I just need to quickly check something. Which is...
If hope, charity, fortitude, justice, prudence, and temperance. Yeah, I don't think really was help song stuff.
Well, we don't really know about the essence as it is because this is Dark's messing with it as well. It's kind of just a shot in the dark.
Ba-dum.
One second, I'm just going to... there's a few items available, just I needed to quickly check the prices of them. I decided to include the prices as well, because it would make it easier on you guys. If I
Yep.
include the
Yes.
prices.
Just
Appreciate
get a
it.
bunch of money.
So, James, what's your plan for once the book's been handed over?
That might depend on the information he gets.
Milk from
I mean,
fermentation.
you know why he wants the book, don't you?
Tommy?
What?
So you're just ignoring me instead.
Sorry, I was looking at something else. What?
I was
You're
ask-
what?
I was asking James what his plan was for after we handed the book in, because you know why he wants the book, don't you?
I don't know why he wants the book, but I know I'm gonna be getting it in return.
Oh. I know why he wants the book.
Why does he want the book?
Yeah,
Murder.
he said he didn't mind James knowing. Obviously, you know his whole connection between him and the kids and all of that stuff, don't you?
I do.
Basically, he wants the book to... He needs to get a name from the book to trade to another person so they'll help him against the demon.
Mhm.
That's the short version of it. And just wondering, what you're thinking about that. Are you thinking we should help him as well, or are you just going to sail off into the sunset?
Oh, I don't care if we help him or not. That's up to the rest of you guys. I'm perfectly willing to help him. After all, I was perfectly willing to take those two kids and ship them off somewhere where they'll be safe. If where they'll be safe is in a world where we just slay the assassin demon or devil, sorry, I can do that. But something tells me killing an assassin devil isn't going to be the thing because, well, frankly, we need to take down a noble house because they seem to be the ones they're after.
Yeah, I think it's more a case of we'd have to take down the one who summoned the assassin devil.
I know what she looks like. So, honestly, what I want from the ledger is one, that pirate that Garvin saw in his dream. I want to know where he is and what he's up to. I want to start getting a lead on that. And actually, I'll also spread around his name, saying, "Hey, this guy was dealing with, cherished people." So that, and also as a payment, I was also going to get a little bit of information about who last had my sword, or someone who I could talk to who previously had my sword.
Right. See, I made the mistake of not agreeing a payment before agreeing to help with this.
This is very important.
I'm not getting anything out of getting the ledger.
You're not. That's fine. I mean, I never said you were.
No, I know. I mean, just when I went to talk to the guy as well, I didn't
There you go.
arrange anything for myself.
Thank you. Ooh, Jimmy. The shit.
Up to 5th level scrolls, normal
Rapier.
accessible potions, amount of fortification, +4 rapier of musical acumen.
Huh.
Ranks and perform percussion.
Mm-hmm. Battery of Faithfulness, Brooch of Shielding, Wand of Magic Missile, Cape of Light.
Cap of light.
Cap, sorry, yes. I read cap and I said cape. I don't know why I did that.
Because you really want a cape of light.
But those are the current magic items available. These cycle regularly, of course, but, you know.
Arbok is gonna ask the question, how likely are you thinking you're gonna buy for it? That's a lot of money.
And high-level adventurers move through this metropolis a lot.
Fair.
Sure you just don't want to give me that sword?
It has percussion in it.
I will trade you for this one. It has an
Okay,
intelligence
Dark-
inside.
Yeah.
Can Ari inquire about possibly finding a way of finding essence? Because she assumes this guy might at least kind of know it's a thing. Judging by the fact there's a bunch of magic items.
Getting essence is something that very rarely I think traded that much, because it's an awkward thing to trade. But certainly he knows of essence, and certainly he knows about crafting of essence. These are things he does know about. And he does have access to people with lots of it.
How much would it cost?
You know, he doesn't directly see a reason to, you know, like, it's valuable stuff. It's not the easy thing to get a hold of. So he doesn't really offer you really a option of buying it so much, unfortunately. He doesn't really see a good reason to just kind of sell it to some random strangers for, you know, as much as he could probably make a decent bit of money off you. They're quite valuable to kind of keep.
That's fair.
Random strangers? Do you not know these are the people who defended the Cadence Shrine the other day and then caused a massive riot last night?
I don't know if he cares about that, and frankly, I don't want to go around going, "Hey, I caused a massive riot. Sell me shit."
Frankly, he doesn't care. He cares about his shop, his dolls, and his magical goodies.
Oh, you
What's up
care
with
about your
those?
shop. Shame if something happened to it.
Stop.
Use that intimidate. Go on.
Oh,
She's not going to do that.
doesn't speak for us.
She's not
I'm
even
not. I'm
here.
not even there. I'm just giving ideas.
If asked what are the dolls about, they're his friends.
Fair.
Arbok
Take
gives
one
Ari a
hostage.
look, and you could probably assume what this look means.
He picks up one of the dolls. I'm like, show it to you.
Okay,
Take
is Ari
it
allowed to
hostage.
tentatively reach out and kind of like touch it and kind of look it over? Will he allow that?
You can. You
Remove
can.
its
All right.
limbs.
Ari's going to do so very carefully. She does not want to upset this guy because
Post them
The
back one at a time.
she deems him as crazy now.
Did you deem the guy as crazy?
A little bit.
You know, that may be true. Who knows? It is admittedly a very, very... It's a very realistic-looking doll, admittedly. We have glassy eyes, a porcelain skin to it, but, you know, it looks very realistic. The hair itself feels very real.
She might be concerned. What would it take to discern if this is made of real anything or not?
Make me an untrained craft dolls check?
Could I do carpentry?
I feel like carpentry could fall in that.
Then
I mean,
again, you said it's porcelain skin.
I mean, you could alternatively make me an untrained professional hairdresser.
I have more int than wisdom, so
I have more wisdom than in. I'll do the hairdresser in. Nice maid. It's cut hair.
Wow. Not made.
But taste
Hey.
it. That'll tell you if it's real.
I'm not just going to steal this man's doll and shove it in my mouth.
Well, Arbok, from a combination of one, looking at some of the things about, and looking at the judges. Well, the very realistic hair, same as Ari gets similar information here. The very realistic looking hair is actually real hair, though you don't think it's real human hair. You think it's like animal hair.
Okay, that's a lot less concerning. Ari seems more okay with it now.
Yeah. I would desperately question where he would be getting human hair.
She is gonna ask where he gets these from though, because she's curious. He has a lot of them.
He makes them.
Oh,
Not something most people are interested in, but you know.
RX might inquire about how much they cost.
Or if they're for sale.
No,
Well-
not one of these. A custom made one.
Yeah, the thing he actually doesn't sell the ones that are actually in the shop themselves. They're just kind of more for show.
I
But
figured
he
as
makes-
much.
but he does make custom ones for people. I think he can do. The price varies depending on exactly kind of what you want, but the price can vary from anywhere from for these anywhere between 5 gold and 500 gold. Depending on the quality of the one you want.
Okay. Let's say Ari wants something like let's go
They're a little bit creepy.
fine quality. Kind of reminiscent towards her. She'll go into better detail, probably when Arbok's not around.
It's fair.
All he really needs to know is that it has very long hair and probably would have horns.
That's fair enough. The doll, yeah, the dolls are generally somewhere in the rate. The dolls are generally, yeah, they're pretty sizable dolls as well, admittedly. Yeah, some of them can be. Yeah, the largest ones you see in here about maybe like 3 feet. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty big doll. There are smaller ones as well, in various sizes. You can certainly negotiate. You can certainly, basically figure out what you want to kind of buy, and he can have it basically ready for you a few days later.
Okay.
So.
He was in the business of buying things, yes?
He's in the business of buying magical items, yes.
I don't suppose he'd be interested at all in the bone wrap crucifix. The shaman charm I got ages ago and I'm never going to use.
Or the smelly hammer.
Or the and the smelly hammer.
Well, the hammer, easy enough. He'll offer you a price of 1,900 gold.
I believe it's worth 2,000. That's close enough.
Yeah.
Just round it up. Make
I mean,
it easier
usually
on the
it sells.
maths.
Remember, usually it sells at half. So this is
Yeah,
actually way
exactly.
better than what we're usually getting.
Okay, good. I'll accept that.
We're fine with
Okay.
it.
But
Thank
awkward
you.
numbers.
Pleasure doing business.
For the charm, it's a curiosity, though he's not super interested. He'll offer you 100 gold for it.
Sure. I'm never going
Sure.
to use it.
Yeah, I guess that's better since it equals 2,000.
Yeah, I'm eating that 100.
As he'll count you out a stack of 200 plat.
Thank you.
And a copper piece.
Like 237.5 each. If we'd split the smell hammer.
Yeah, no one was really going to use that. Not that many of us could actually.
Mm-hmm.
So much money.
We just need essence now.
Ari will inquire about one thing. She's gonna take out the prism she has, and to make it clear she's not interested in selling it. She's just more curious of a general price for it.
In prison.
Yeah.
He kind of looks it over. He would put the general price at it's probably worth maybe well, yeah, its total value, it's not its sell price, but its total value is probably worth something like 10k.
Jesus Christ.
It's the second level prism's pretty good, and then
Ari
yeah,
still mentioned selling it, but that brings her total roughly up to 22k.
You have too much
Well,
shit.
I said that's not the sale price. That would be, how much is total worth. So you're probably given about half.
Yeah, I get like 5,000. I'm just putting on the actual value of it.
Still, yeah, I think since prisms are worth a lot.
Ari doesn't have too much. She has a lot of expensive stuff instead.
But stuff like root. But it turns out, basically extra spell slots are worth a lot, basically. So
honestly, I'd keep the prism. Being able to survive a crit is very good, especially for a squish.
Oh no, she's
Mhm.
keeping it. She's not selling it.
Yeah.
Okay,
She made it very clear, I'm not selling this. I just want
this
to
is
know.
mine.
And she appreciates it.
I found it in my corpse myself.
Oh, Lord.
What else do we got? Oh, I guess he has that ring too, if you're one that identified owls. You highly doubt it's worth that much. It's just a ring of swimming.
Oh, I can already tell you how much that's worth. If you're
Yep.
sell it, you get like
You'd-
1,250.
You'd be surprised. You
Okay.
need to be fairly powerful to enchant a ring.
yeah,
Magical rings are difficult to make.
for those items in question, you can look up the prices for them. They're nothing too special, so you can just look up the prices for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2,500 then.
Hmm.
Oh my lord, stop.
But yeah, what James has on him is basically just a remove curse, isn't it, Dark? I mean, just a bestow curse, isn't it?
Basically.
Then yeah, I just prepare a single remove curse in the morning and dispel and counter it with it.
Okay.
So there you go, James.
Yay.
Have your curse gone.
Ari, now nearly up to 2,500. Or 25,000, sorry.
That's a lot of money.
And the funny thing is, it only weighs 15 pounds.
Yay.
Ace has nowhere near that much money. Ace is currently at like 2.5k.
Yeah,
Ari's
meanwhile,
hoarding.
I have no magical shit.
You got a
I
helmet.
think if you ring.
Yeah, I have the helmet, yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'll give it to Harry. I mean,
Yeah, you gave it
Chain
to
Bill
me.
isn't bad.
I have
think
no
you should
magic.
take
I have
that.
no magical stuff.
I think you should take that
Can't.
cloak, honestly.
What?
So I think Scylla should probably take the cloak for Ben.
We have the
Yes.
cloak she could have. I feel like the cloak would be
Nope.
best for her because she has the worst average roll.
Yeah,
Either her or
what
Tass.
from what we looked before, Celia has the worst average rolls I get from Team PC.
Also,
I don't know what Tass has.
also as a note, as was noted, Tass already has a cloak of resistance. It's a part of his
true.
gear.
Oh, alright.
True, he
Okay, never
does,
mind.
yeah.
Then yeah,
Did-
it goes to Celia.
Yay.
I'm curious to what the seventh. Let me read the book's name.
Well, it was the Secret Seven Serpent Stricken Sins.
Yeah, I wonder how much that book is worth.
Now, do you want to say that if Arbuk and I say we're going to go to a magic shop, but James is willing to give the book before we leave, then
Yeah.
we can just get it. We can also get it appraised, I guess.
It's a point that others might just want to come by later because we have a lot of stuff that we might want appraised.
That is true, but might as well get it appraised
Basically
now.
everything.
The group will discover then that book is probably worth
It's a really good book.
total value is about 5k.
Yeah.
So half value of course to sell, but if it's not a bad magic item.
I think it's safe to assume your events are going to be giving all the items prices, Dark.
Some more do have prices.
Well, not yeah. So like the top hat doesn't. The apprentice robes don't.
I think
The top hat we don't need, Brian. That was part of our victory. That's
That's true.
worth it.
I don't know if they're on D20. We also have the candles if we want to get those appraised. I think that's
those
it.
are
Just sell them.
We haven't used them. That is true.
Yeah, the Candles of Restful Sleep are I think from the SRD, so
Okay. Then those are.
Anyway,
think they're
can I just
good.
quickly ask, are we basically done for tonight? Because it is getting late.
Yeah, we will I'll finish up here with more or less then. So the group's So the group will go ahead, and some of you go ahead and go to your benefactor in question,
Mhm.
a mysterious benefactor. 1, James, you will find out some information.
Yay!
Firstly, you know in the city of a man who, for a time, at least a year, held on to your sword.
Year. Wow, he did pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Admittedly, he held onto it mostly by staying rather hidden with it, for the most part. But he still held onto it for a period of time and defended it when duels came to him. The individual in question, you will receive their name and where they are in the city. They are currently working as a baker.
Mhm.
Also, hey Garvin,
Mm-hmm.
he gets some information that you might be interested in.
Oh.
And this information is actually going to go ahead and be marked down a little bit differently.
Oh.
Which I'm going to create a whole new handout just for this one piece of information.
Joy.
Ooh. It's the man of Garvin's dreams.
Give me a minute. I'm going to actually tab onto Discord. I need to grab something from my own archive.
Oh yeah, I forgot those robes.
Aren't you wearing them?
Probably. I honestly can't remember whether I was wearing them or if we gave them to someone else. I think I was.
Was it either you or Ace? I don't remember which.
Yeah.
Technically, they were given to Ace.
Okay.
There you go then.
Yeah, Ace is wearing them.
He's had them in his inventory or has been wearing them at all times. So.
Which, with him, it doesn't really matter because now he can just swap for them to have them not be there.
So out of the things we have, would Ace and I believe I think it's only Celia and Ace have the two things. Would both of you be interested in actually getting yourself a praise just to know what price is?
I mean, there's no harm in doing so, I guess.
Okay. Then I guess all the stuff can be appraised at some point during our downtime. Is a safe assumption.
I mean, now that the cranium isn't cursed, or the cranial receptacle isn't cursed anymore,
It's probably worth a lot more.
Yeah,
It's a really good item.
It is.
7,500 gold. Wow. Good. The Ogre Magi. The candles you can just look up on the SRD.
Yep.
Transfers are 900.
Oh, no, they're not actually. Sorry.
Oh,
They're
they're
not.
not?
No, sorry, I misread.
Oh, yeah.
2,200.
Turns out having just even 0 level spells is quite good for money.
Well, yeah, having them at will is quite nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically a set of apprentice cheating gloves, but for see. Actually, it's literally a set of apprentice cheating gloves, just reflavored, and has a different slot.
It's literally the same but different.
It is. It's just to replace the two at-will spells with mage. Replace mage hand prestidigitation with bleed and disrupt undead. Arguably, bleed is might bet less useful.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the spell bleed ever.
No, bleed's definitely for the evil character that just wants to be a dick.
Yeah.
Say, the hero is stabilized. No, he hasn't. Bleed.
I have a question.
I did see a character who ended up making a ranged bleed spell
Mhm.
Just
as,
like
as a continual cantrip, so they could at a range of close cause bleed.
so, it's just like, no. If you go down,
basically-
you're going to die.
It's basically designate a character in 30 feet. They can just they can stand back and just keep making them bleed regardless of
Mhm.
stabilizing.
This is why I liked in 3.5, I think it was. I think it was called Slice Tongue, something like that. Where literally all it did was give you a little paper cut on the tongue, but it was just my complete dick move of, yeah, you're annoying me. Bam, your tongue's now cut. Go fuck off.
Wow.
And all
You know-
all it did was give you like a -1 modifier for distraction or something, because it gave you like a paper cut on the tongue. I loved it.
You know what else is a ranged bleed? A throwing knife.
The thing is, you need to hit with that necessarily.
Yeah, the guy needs to make a will save for bleed, isn't it?
I don't think bleed gives a will save. It's just a thing. It is will negates. That's true. Actually, no, bleed is already a close range spell. Actually, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, firstly, you get this unlocked.
Trait of Elegant.
Him. Okay.
For some reason, I read that as
Trevor's
he's a
bloodthirsty
potato.
one.
In addition, this information has revealed something else.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a moment, please.
Wait.
Yes, yes, Big B.
No, it was something else, I think.
You are familiar with that description of that man.
Yeah, I know. The man, yes, but... Okay, no, that's the Elder Star. Okay.
Are you like secret brothers?
No. No, I don't
Is
know
he
what
your evil? Is he your evil twin? He breaks
I
all
don't-
allegiances.
No, maybe.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Possibly. Nah, that don't fly. He doesn't mind him being traitors and bloodthirsty. Both of those aren't against Besmart's tenets, but selling out a city to the Chelaxians is. You don't consort with the forces of hell on that kind of thing. Especially not whenever you know they're going to shackle your goddess in order to do it.
However, this does reveal something else additional. You can find them on the map now.
Oh.
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 At least you'll know the last known position will be constantly marked on your map now. Whenever you find out their position's changed, it'll be moved.
Hmm.
Eh? Ah,
So you have a look over.
which
Are we
one
gonna
is
go
it?
punch him in the mouth?
We are very
No.
close by.
Yeah, quite close.
I mean, you say quite close, 240 miles.
Relatively close in the grand scheme of the world.
On the grand
Probably-
scheme of the shackles, not so close.
Yeah, no. Garvin's not gonna have us punch him yet.
And plus, it's just his last known position. He's not guaranteed to actually be there. But you know,
There's also the fact that, well, if he had information that allowed the entire Chelaxian, like information to give to the entire Chelaxian army, or at least the entire navy, he probably has good contacts and is fairly powerful himself.
Or is dumb lucky?
Sure.
in addition, the person in question who is your broker likes you slightly more.
Yay!
Yay.
Bronze.
I like having a fanboy. It's nice.
Hmm.
He's not so. He's not as.
Just an ally.
He's not that much of a fanboy.
If
I
anything,
know,
he's
I'm
my
making a joke.
fanboy.
He's not either of your fanboys.
But that's to know. Now I have a name for him. A name to put to the face.
A name for the man of your dreams.
Yeah, sure.
That totally does sound way gay.
Man of my dreams that I'm going to be stabbing in the throat.
I don't know. It's your thing.
Hey, if that's what you're into.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's happening tonight?
That would be it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be off
The crew,
then.
the crew, of course, will get a few days to
Stiff.
no, do as they want, but
What's our
Something
next
we're
plan,
looking-
anyways?
possibly I would say the group, give themselves a bit more downtime and kind of prepare and figure out what they want to do next.
I'm pretty sure our plan was going to be raid the
To
tomb. But considering we now know that it has a core golem, and speaking of which, we need to be talking with Dark about other things that are in there.
Mhm.
Because Garvin got most of the information